Today we witness the most evil and heinous abuse of power in the history of our country. Very sad thing to watch. A corrupt sitting president had his top political opponent arrested on fake and fabricated charges of which he and numerous other presidents would be guilty. This is called election interference and yet another attempt to rig and steal a presidential election. More importantly, it's a political persecution like something straight out of a fascist or a communist nation. This day will go down in infamy, and Joe Biden will forever be remembered as not only the most corrupt president in the history of our country, but perhaps even more importantly, the president who, together with a band of his closest thugs, misfits, and Marxists, tried to destroy American democracy.
That was President Donald J. Trump being President Donald J. Trump. So he was speaking to his supporters at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Unsurprisingly, Trump has pleaded not guilty to the 37 charges, but it wasn't all doom and gloom for Trump. Today, he turned 77, and last night he wanted the whole world to know about it as he wished himself a happy birthday. Take a look.
Thank you, happy birthday, great birthday. Nice birthday, isn't it? I was with Eric and Laura, the kids. Happy birthday, Grandpa. Happy. And I said, oh, great. I just got charged with, they want 400 years approximately. If you add them all up, a fake 400 years. Oh, thank you, darling. That's so nice.
Trump wishing himself happy birthday like only he could. And all you gotta do is just ask him. It is the most important birthday in the world. Just ask him, he will tell you so. Now, while Trump may be parading around doing campaign stops as if nothing is going wrong in his life, his former chief of staff, John Kelly, believes this is all a mask. Kelly was quoted as saying the following: he's scared. This is the way he compensates for that. He gives people the appearance he doesn't care by doing this. For the first time in his life, it looks like he's being held accountable. Up until this point in his life, it's like, I'm not going to pay you, take me to court. He's never been held accountable before. And again, that statement, or that quote rather, is coming from John Kelly, the former chief of staff for former President Donald J. Trump, reporting coming from the Washington Post. Now, despite what John Kelly says, all of this appears to be helping Trump in the polls. Even his support is getting some from his GOP opponents. He's getting support from his GOP opponents. Believe that or not, but it is true. Trump is the clear polling leader in the GOP presidential primary, and his effort to project strength and his continued influence in the party appears to be succeeding in rallying Republicans to his defense. Even some of his rivals in the primary have expressed support. And according to polling from CBS News and YouGov, his base feels the same way. Now let's put this up. 2024 Republican nomination. Who are you considering right now? And you see former President Donald J. Trump leading the pack by leaps and bounds. 75% of likely GOP primary voters want President Donald J. Trump, former President Donald J. Trump, to be President Trump again, followed by the sanctimonious at 51% and Senator Scott at 21%, former Vice President Pence at 16%, and former Governor Nikki Haley at 15%, and so on and so on and so on. So you can see President Donald J. Trump is hammering his primary competition. And then the indictment charges, how might they change views of Trump? Likely GOP primary voters, 14% for the better, 7% for the worse. 61% of likely GOP voters, there are the numbers right there, y'all. 61% said it won't change a thing, and 18% of those likely voters say it depends. As expected, Trump has turned this indictment into a rallying cry, and he's got his base once more eating out of the palm of his hands. So, Jessica, it seems like President Donald J. Trump is flying higher than ever, although he has legal challenges both civilly and on the criminal side. It doesn't seem to be changing the minds of likely GOP voters.
Yeah, I think Donald Trump, Senator Turner, might be the only person who confesses to crimes and then is surprised when he's charged by them. He said in text messages in the last case that this was definitely extortion. Now he said in text messages, I didn't declassify them and now it's too late if I were to. You can't be surprised that you're getting arraigned on crimes that you've confessed to committing. Not only that, but he says they're doing this because I'm a candidate and they don't want me to become the next president. Not the case. A better DOJ would have indicted him on day one on charges of inciting an insurrection. He's lucky that he wasn't prosecuted months ago, if not years ago. And so for him to also say, basically mock his grandkids. Oh yeah, my grandkids, happy birthday, grandpa. It's like, why are you mocking your grandkids during a political speech? And then his response is, oh, well, your grandfather's a criminal facing a lot of time. And it's like, Donald Trump, if a family member did what you do, of any of your supporters, imagine how they would act. That's a game that they should play. If my family member exhibited the same behavior as Donald Trump, would I like that? Would I like them? Would I be a little bit annoyed by that? I think many of them would dislike that family member for doing what he does. But because it's Donald Trump, his base is okay with it. And I think that's where that 61% comes from of the polling that says the indictment won't change their views of Trump.
Will not change a thing. And it is very clear from the beginning. I mean, from the beginning of 2016, when he first jumped into the presidential race, that he marches to the beat of a different drum. He has proven himself thus far to have more than 9 lives. I mean, this is a man who said that he could go out on 5th Avenue, shoot somebody, have people see him shoot somebody, and still get away with it. So his bravado is quite interesting.